Beauty Beyond the Curse. In the grand palace of Madara Kingdom, Prince Philip was admired by all for his stunning appearance and undeniable charm. Women from near and far swooned at his mere presence, wishing they could become his wife. Even Druidess, the most feared and powerful witch in the land, couldn't resist him. She constantly tried to charm him with promises of ultimate power. "If you agree to be my husband," she whispered, with her voice laced in magic, "I will grant you strength beyond measure, a power that no one in this world can match." But Prince Philip, knowing the darkness in her heart, refused every time. "Stay away from me, Druidess. Don't waste your time. I have no feelings for you." Rejected, Druidess grew furious, but despite her anger, she couldn't harm the prince. She loved him too much to lay a curse upon his handsome face. However, she vowed to make someone else pay for her pain. Not far from the palace lived a poor farmer named Adam and his wife Louise. Louise was the most beautiful woman in the village, known for her radiant smile and kind heart. But her life was far from perfect. Adam, her husband, had fallen ill, and his sickness only grew worse with each passing day. No doctor or healer could help him, and Louise's heart was heavy with worry. She tried everything, but Adam grew weaker and paler, fading before her eyes. One cold evening, as Louise knelt beside Adam's bed in tears, a gust of wind swept through their humble cottage. The flickering candlelight dimmed as the door creaked open, revealing the silhouette of Druidess. She stepped inside, her eyes glinting with a wicked plan. "I see you are in great sorrow," Druidess said, her voice smooth like silk. "Your husband is dying, and there is nothing you can do about it. But I can save him." Louise looked up, her eyes filled with desperate hope. "You can save Adam?" The witch nodded slowly, her dark lips curling into a grin. "Yes, I can cure him this very moment, but it comes with a price." Druidess leaned closer, her voice a whisper, yet it echoed in the small room. "I will heal your husband completely, but in exchange you must give me your beauty." Louise gasped, recoiling at the thought. Her beauty was all she had, the one thing people admired about her. But when she looked at Adam, weak and gasping for breath, the choice became clear. "I will do it," Louise said, her voice trembling. "If it means saving Adam, I'll give you my beauty." The witch's grin widened. With a wave of her hand, a dark cloud enveloped Louise. She felt a strange sensation wash over her, as if something vital was being pulled away. Her face began to change, her skin growing rough and wrinkled, her hair turning dull and gray. In mere moments, Louise had transformed from the most beautiful woman in the village into a hunched, ugly creature. But as soon as the transformation was complete, Adam stirred in his bed. His pale complexion brightened, and his strength returned. He sat up, no longer plagued by the illness that had nearly taken his life. Louise's heart swelled with joy. Adam was healthy again, but when he turned to look at her, his face twisted in shock. "Louise, what has happened to you?" Adam asked, horrified. Louise smiled sadly, though her heart ached. "I made a deal to save you. My beauty is gone, but you are alive, and that's all that matters." Adam was silent for a moment, struggling to come to terms with what his wife had sacrificed. But before he could speak, Druidess vanished into the night, leaving only her wicked laughter behind. Days turned into weeks, and as Adam regained his strength, the village began to whisper about Louise's transformation. People no longer admired her as they once did. Instead, they pitied or avoided her. Even Adam, though grateful for his life, found it hard to look at his wife without a hint of sadness. One day, as Louise was tending to the garden, she caught her reflection in the water. Tears welled up in her eyes. She had given up everything for love, and yet she couldn't help but feel the sting of her loss. That night, when the village was asleep, Louise snuck out into the woods, her heart heavy with sorrow. She wandered aimlessly until she reached a hidden clearing where no one dared to go. It was said that only the pure of heart could find this place, and Louise, despite her outward appearance, was pure. She knelt by an ancient oak tree, her voice trembling as she whispered, "I've given up so much. I don't regret saving Adam, but I wish I could feel beautiful again." To her surprise, a soft voice replied, "True beauty is not in your appearance, but in your heart." Louise looked up to see a glowing figure, a spirit of the forest. It smiled kindly at her, radiating warmth. "You have a beautiful soul," the spirit continued, "and that is the most important thing. But because you have shown such selflessness, I will grant you a gift. You will glow from within, and in time everyone will see the beauty that you truly are." With that, the spirit touched Louise's heart, and a soft glow began to emanate from her. Though her outward appearance did not change, she felt a warmth and confidence that she hadn't known in a long time. When Louise returned to the village, something strange happened. People began to notice the glow around her. They no longer saw her as ugly, but instead saw the kindness, strength, and beauty within her. Even Adam, who had struggled to look at her, began to fall in love with her all over again, not for her appearance, but for her heart. As for Druidess, when she saw the village embrace Louise once more, she was filled with rage. Her plan had backfired, and she realized that true beauty could never be stolen. It was something that could only shine from within. Louise and Adam lived out the rest of their days in happiness, their love stronger than ever. And though Louise no longer had her physical beauty, she was more radiant than she had ever been before.